any more and you would have embarrassed me. Change is here to stay. What do I have? A group of non-believers here? Again, change is here to stay. But only in my life. You guys get to stay the same. Not even close. Not even maybe. 97% of what we do from a place of either unconscious or a subconscious habit. I scratched my face. I kept it clean. Oh, I can't go there. That's right. I have to stay the same, right? Oh, goodness me. Habit. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We live our lives by habit, and then we wonder why we have the problems that we do in our lives. That's making an assumption. That's making an assumption that your habits are really screwed up. Mine, on the other hand, they're really good. All of these things that I'm using as little inserts, I got out of the Book of Brian. He's got quite a collection. He has given me so much room to expand. And then what about you? Let's look at habit for a moment. Because you see, if we're going to make any progress in what's happening right now, we're going to have to start paying a whole lot more attention to what's going on with us so far as our habits. Now, changing habits is a possibility, but only if you really, really want to. And if you really want to, then you're going to have to look and see what habits are causing you difficulty, what habits you want to change. There's a four-step procedure here that I'll just run by you very quickly. The first one is, it's called unconscious incompetence. And that can lead you then to conscious incompetence. That can lead you to conscious competence. And then eventually leads you to unconscious competence. So if you're really interested in changing habits, then you might want to look and see that this is a possible way for you to do it. I know that can be a little heady. Okay? You're walking along your path and you trip on a tree root, fall, skin your elbows, tear your pants, and you look at the root and you say, "This stupid root in my way! What's going on here?" The next time you're on the path, you're walking along, and lo and behold, you trip on the same root, and you come to the same conclusion. Gravity pulls you down to the ground. But this time you say, I can't really blame it on the root. Damn root was there the last time. It's there this time. Must be something I'm doing or not doing that's caused me to trip and fall. The next time you're walking along the path, before you get there, you say, I know that sucker is right up here. And so when you get to the root, you step over it or you step around it until eventually you get to the place of not even having to think about it. It becomes a programmed response that you avoid tripping on the root. So you've gone from unconscious incompetence to conscious incompetence to conscious competence and then to unconscious competence. That's if you want to change your habits. How many of you here would like to change your habits? And the rest of you? Any of you here like to just move beyond habit? Any of you? How would you brush your teeth? Okay, so some things in life, you see, we do much better when we have a competency that is the foundation for our actions. So, the next step in all of this is we really need to pay attention. That means paying attention, being aware, being present. But I'm making an assumption here that I'd like to see if any of you are really paying attention to, and that is where we are right now. Life is stirring us and stimulating us to be more attentive so that we can live life from a first-person, present tense involvement that has nothing to do whatsoever with habits. It means that we're choosing to be aware, stay aware, be present, and pay attention to what's happening now. If you start paying attention to what's happening now, you're probably still going to have some background voices going on, and those voices, generally speaking, are going to be along two themes. One is you're going to be disappointed about the past, or you're going to be anxious about the future. Am I on the right planet?
Yes.
That's so. So, being present and paying attention helps you to be aware of this input that before, when you were unconscious, was triggering all of those incompetent, unconscious habits to flare up and actually motivate you into your choice making. As you start paying more attention and you start making more conscious choices, you find that, yes, you affect the habits by bringing yourself forward and the possibility of creating new habits that will replace the old ones and give you a lot more sense of feeling good about you, feeling good about your life, but also not just going back to sleep again so that you then operate from an unconscious mode that still leaves you a habitually oriented individual. You actually upgrade your participation in life by choosing to be conscious. You actually bring yourself to a place of training yourself to be more conscious. How do you do that? It's so easy. Instead of doing things the way you normally do, you go ahead and you start doing things differently. You choose to go ahead and use your body, full expression as much as you want to, but instead of going about it the same old way, you choose to make changes. When you're driving along, instead of just being in an unconscious deadhead state, you start feeling yourself behind the wheel. You start getting more of an appreciation of your vehicle. You might even find that you need new shocks. You might even find that you've run out of gas. You might find out all kinds of things. You might even be paying attention so much that you look and you say, holy cow, I'm doing 85 miles an hour. Slow down just in time to avoid getting a ticket. Because sure enough, on the up ramp came a highway patrolman just looking to reach into your pocket and take all of your hard-earned money and spend it on some foolish government endeavor. You know what this is all about? This is about us returning to a more natural state of living without it affecting us adversely. How many things about yourself do you find you don't appreciate? And the reason is you've grown into that habit of a lack of appreciation. You blame it on this, you blame it on that. give you an example, one that's mine, so it won't affect you negatively at all. I used to bitch about the fact that I inherited such lousy teeth from my father. I have had problems with my teeth since I can remember. I was always getting cavities, and it wasn't because I ate sugar or sweet things. My teeth were just soft. They'd crack, they'd fall apart. I had bridges, I had crowns, I had holes. I still do. And then, only recently, as I was lying in bed in pain because of my teeth, I found myself beginning to look and see. It's not their fault. They're doing the best that they can with whatever they inherited genetically. They've been serving me as well as they possibly could. And I began to, in that moment, have a dawning clarity about what a blessing my teeth are, even if they have given me the opportunities of experience that they have. They still work. I can still chew. I can talk. Sometimes I chew my tongue because my teeth are in a really weird way, but I still find it works. And I'm sharing this with you only to stimulate you to take it to a personal level, to where you let go of your dummy stuff. And if you want to actually have it change over to more positive, then start being present so you can use that 4 little part opportunity. Look and see where you have been and are being unconsciously incompetent. Pay attention, be present. Then you can make that switch to where you then become more conscious in your incompetence and eventually lead yourself to conscious competence. Then, with practice, with doing it over and over, it can then be relegated to that part of us that takes over these habits and works them out without our having to be on top of it all of the time. That then can free you up in being more present to look for and find where it is that you want to go, to look for and find who it is that you've been missing, to look for and find yourself living your life's plan like you never thought possible. You get away from the predictable. You open yourself up and you say, you know what? I don't really even know what the hell is going to go on in the next 5 minutes. For me to act under that incompetent, unconscious state of believing I know what's going to happen, that is not a healthy place to be, folks. To bring yourself to being present, that is a much healthier place. Even if you find in there a mix and a swirl of all of the things that you'd still like to get rid of and all of the things you're still working on to develop, you become more present, and in your being present, you open yourself up to a new life's experience. So, what was it we were talking about to begin with? Change is here to stay. There's no doubt about it. Change is here to stay. Now, if you can take that and begin to insert it into your expanding, opening awareness, it can help you immensely to move from where you were, bringing yourself to where you are, that then with the energies you generate will put you to where you are becoming. Not a bad deal, huh? And you know what? You don't have to go and get a loan in order to accomplish it. And you don't have to worry about later on being taxed for it. It's going to be you making your life choices about your life. Bye. For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.